Side control, smash. The guy's trying to move. Okay, he's trying to escape, bump, try to move. Yeah, that's what we want to feel. Okay, I turn my body sideways. I threaten like I want to play over here with the legs. Get his arm out, reach around his head, doorstop hand, move my knee, step over the head, pivot right into the Darce or the Mars, whatever you want to call it. Guys, here, I drop right through on a pass, get my cross face, start walking towards the legs. Threaten like you want the mount, you really don't. You just want to kick his elbow out. Underhook, go around, switch the doorstop, move my knee, glide right over the head, and I'm ready to go. Even finishing right here like this. If it's tight, it's all over. Okay. All right, quiet on the set. Teach Me Grappling is in session. We're in session. Teach Me Grappling, Brian Peterson here. I've got Richard Sanchez helping me out tonight. Guys, I'm gonna give you guys a Darce attack that you can use from side control. It's a popular attack. For those of you guys that are just used to the simple stuff, you probably know the Darce from side control, just getting your whizzer and stuffing in a Darce. I'm gonna show that right now. So if my opponent's on his back, okay, a lot of times, this is probably the more common situation. You could also be in half guard, but I'm gonna be in side control. My opponent, I have the underhook. My opponent gets the underhook. As he swims, he turns on his side. You put your whizzer arm in, bring your hands here, squeeze and crank his head. My details, grip the head like this, grabbing around his ear, lift the head, sink, and then go to your biceps, make your grip. You can sprawl and squeeze for simplicity, sprawl and squeeze, or for more devastation, you can drop to one hip or the other. One way is dropping left hip, right leg steps over. Either he comes into my guard and gets choked, or maybe I just hook a leg and sever his head off by pulling this way. Maybe I go to mount, or we have dropping right hip, the Mars variation, the Mark Lehman variation, and this is gonna rip his head off, so he's gotta get to his knees. And then I walk, and it makes him fall over, and then we capture anything, bottom leg or top leg, and we finish the Darce. So there's a Darce, okay? Pretty basic stuff. You should start out with this move, and then we're gonna work on this other setup, which is also common, but depending on where you're from, maybe some parts of the world or the US, maybe this is considered advanced. But at some places it's very popular, so they probably teach it to everybody nowadays. So this Darce I call it the tightest Darce. Okay, actually, which is short for the ridiculous name, the tightest Darce alive. Okay, a long time ago, when I was showing this setup, it's probably been about 11 years ago or so, I was showing this setup over at Big John's, and we were talking about it, and somebody said, one of my students, actually it was Vince Pichel, he goes, man, that's like really tight. And I go, yeah, it's the tightest Darce. And he said, it's the tightest Darce alive. And let me explain why it's the tightest Darce. It's so tight, you have to loosen it for it to work. It's too tight in the beginning. So here it is. What I want to do is, instead of Darcing him with his far arm like this, okay, I'm going to Darce him on this arm. So first thing is we have to get his elbow out. So I'm going to show you guys starting, he made a mistake and his elbow is out. Okay, his elbow's out, I get my hip nice and close. Notice I'm wide knees and I'm on my toes. Okay, once I'm here, I'm gonna stuff in wrestling, called the deep half Nelson. Stuff my arm in deep. Some people prefer to grab their thigh. You can grab your inner thigh if you like, or you can grab his shoulder. Either way, it's all gonna work fine. Okay, now watch what I do. I take this hand and I switch it to what I call the doorstop position. Put it over on this side. Okay, now what I wanna do is I wanna maneuver around his head. The first time I show you this, I'm just gonna go ahead and just do it like kind of sloppy, just to show you the move. You walk, 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 and now you guys come around. Look what happens. His arm is across his neck and my arm is already in deep. I bring my hands together and I've got a darce right here. Then you can go about your business. How do you want to finish it? Do you want to go basics, just sprawl and squeeze, real simple? Or do you want to drop to a hip and really get some crank going, stepping the leg over his body, okay? Or do you want to do the Mars variation and sit out this way as I pull and walk? So, now I'm going to show you how I do this, okay? How do I actually get this and how do I make it work? The details that make this thing work really well, okay? So, most opponents have their elbows in. They're taught the elbow in principle. They're very disciplined and you can't get this elbow out. It's very difficult. So you start, I have an underhook and I want to get this elbow out. So just come around right here, Dominic, just a little bit. And then I'm pulling on this elbow, but he pulls his elbow down. So real strong. Yes, just like that. I can't open it, okay? Some people try to do it with their knees. Watch my knees, okay? I can use my right knee, kick his elbow out, if he lets me, and then get my left knee. Sometimes you can do it with your left knee like this. Put your left knee right up against his rib cage, open your knee, and you already got it, right? You could do that while you're cross-facing people, okay, like this. But again, all of this stuff usually fails when my partner is very strong and if they know what they're doing, okay? It usually doesn't work too well. So I'm gonna give you my best advice on how to really make this work on even the best. Okay, so watch. You see his elbows in. I can't get it out. Watch, I can't grab it, he won't let me. I can't kick it out with my right knee. I can't kick it out with my left knee. Okay, it won't go. So the way you do this, I don't want his back flat on the mat where he can put this elbow close to his body and close to the floor. The first thing I want to do is I want to push his body on his side. Okay, once his body is on his side, he has to choose. Does he want this elbow to go this way? Or does he want to keep it in good discipline? If he allows, let's say I pushed him on his side. And let's say my chest was here. He wants to close his elbow real tight, but I'm pushing him and I'm getting the gift wrap position. Then I can feed my hand inside. Because of this, what does he want to do with his elbow? He wants to suck it, pull it all the way down. Yes, like that. Now, you're on your side though, okay? So, now that his elbow's there, go around the backside over here, and you can look at the elbow. Now try to keep your elbow glued to your side. You can try. Now watch. If I go here, I turn my body sideways, I put my rib cage into his rib cage, okay? And then I back my butt up with my toes. Okay, watch this. He can try to clamp his elbow all he wants. He can squeeze it as tight as he wants. I'm gonna kick that elbow out. At this angle, where his back is off the mat, see his back is off the mat, this body is gonna push and I'm gonna drive his elbow up, okay? This is what you wanna do, okay? The shoulder smash really helps, okay? So if he's flat, my shoulder smash really helps. But even still, just with the shoulder smash, you may not be able to kick this elbow out. Go, try to, yeah, he's fighting me, look. So what I do instead is I turn sideways and, come on around here, Dominic. I'm looking like I want to mount him. That's what it looks like. Okay, so he's worried about the mount. Yeah, you pull your knees up, like a lot of guys are like this. So what do? I just smash his hips. Now his hips are sideways. What am I gonna do next? Up there, Dominic. You don't have to be so close. You can probably see it from a distance. Now I got the elbow out. That's what I'm gonna do. So the first move is, you got side control. You just passed the guy's guard. Tournament, you just got 3 points. Next thing I'm gonna do, I'm shoulder smashing him. I could use my legs to knock his hips like this, okay? Or I could use my hand. Sometimes I look like I want to mount, okay? He doesn't want to let me, yeah? Now I knock his hips. Next, I walk my butt back and I caught his elbow out, okay? I have this on other videos. It's on my my no-gi baseball choke video, and it's also on a triangle from side control video if you guys want to check those out. Now we go to the Darce, stuff the arm inside. From under the head, keeping his head off the mat. I don't want his head to be able to hit the mat. Try to put your head on the mat. Okay, I lift his head and I go around. Next, my hand goes to the doorstop. Now watch the difference, or maybe there's other people that have the same details that I have, but I probably have some different details than a lot of people. Okay, I want you to come around over here, Dominic, and you're gonna see, look at his head. Okay, watch how I get that arm trapped so it can never escape. I do not sprawl. Okay, I don't. My knees are up. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this knee and move it to here. Move it towards the armpit. So this knee is gonna come close right here. And my left knee is gonna take a high step, and my knee's gonna just glide right over his forehead. And put my knee down on the mat. That's what I'm gonna do. So watch. I have my deep half Nelson inside. I move my right knee and I tip my hip a little. I'm pulling his head and my knee just glides. The inner thigh glides right over his forehead. He tries to move that arm. There's nowhere to go. Now I drop the knee. As I drop the knee, go ahead. You need to walk around over here because I'm going to be turning. Now watch right here. See, here's my doorstop hand. I'm going to pivot on my left knee. My right leg is going to step up like this. Once I do this, I start to crush him, and if I just lean down, it's going to choke him. No squeezing at all, just dropping my chest. This will make him maneuver to his side because he feels that pressure. Maneuver to your side instead of tapping out. Yeah, keep going. You got, yes. Now I can lock the Darce and get everything tight. If he's still flat on his back, literally right here, I can't even lock it. It's too deep. I need to squeeze him until he feels he has to get on his side. Get on your side, and now it actually fits in the perfect position. I can grab my biceps and I can go here. Okay? Now once you guys are here, look at my leg right here. My leg is still blocking his arm. So his arm cannot go over here and then do this. See that? A lot of times when you walk around someone's head and you're sprawling, as you lock the Darce, they twist their back like that. You see that escape? And now once his arm is over here, you have nothing, okay? I mean, you might have something. I've actually finished a guy in a tournament like this, but it was luck. Like I was a beast at that weight class, and the guy just wasn't strong enough, and I still got him right there. But this is not realistic. You can see I might be able to pressure this enough to choke him, but it's not realistic. We want it like this, okay? So, here we go again, okay? So just get some good distance, Dominic. You shouldn't have to move around all that much. You're gonna, no, stay up. And you can walk around and just get the best angles, okay? So again, his elbows are in, okay? I just passed the guard, I'm here. Okay, I've got my lock and I've got my shoulder pressure. Okay, he could be trying to push my face or whatever. I turn sideways and I threaten like I want to mount. Once I do that, the real reason I'm doing this is to kick his elbow out. So watch over here. Okay, now I'm gonna back my butt up, kick his elbow out. Once I got his elbow out, keep his head up, rotate around for the deep half Nelson. Take this hand, make sure you're in the doorstop position. Maneuver your right knee, left knee, glide right over the head, dropping my knee, pivoting. As I pivot, my hand is open and it's ready to go on the biceps right here. Tightest Darce, right there. Doesn't get any tighter than that. okay? Again, side control, smash. The guy's trying to move, okay? He's trying to escape, bump, bump, try to move. Yeah, that's what we want to feel, okay? I turn my body sideways. I threaten like I want to play over here with the legs. Get his arm out, reach around his head, doorstop hand, move my knee, step over the head, pivot right into the Darce or the Mars, whatever you want to call it. Okay, one more time. Okay, I was in the guard, guys here. I drop right through on a pass, get my cross face, start walking towards the legs. Threaten like you want the mount, you really don't. You just want to kick his elbow out. Underhook, go around, switch the doorstop, move my knee, glide right over the head, and I'm ready to go. Even finishing right here like this. If it's tight, it's all over. Okay, a lot of times guys will bridge and roll over to their knees, and I'll just go right with it. So let's do one more. Let's have you do that. Try to get up and roll a little bit on your knees. All right. Side control, smashing, crowding, looking to mount, kicking the elbow out. Maneuver, I go right into it, and he's passing out. Okay?
It's tight, it's really tight.
That's your tightest Darce. So, again guys, long videos, you guys know my deal. I love to do long videos. Hopefully you guys got some details from that long video. And if you didn't, either way, thank you so much for watching. Hope this helps you guys. Try this move out. You know, I pulled it off in competition back in the day, way over 10 years ago. It was always a big one for me. It works. So it works really well. Even the detail, even if you don't do the Darce, if anything you get out of this video, learn how to get the elbow out. If you get the elbow out, you now have a reason to attack. Okay, in the game of chess, you should not attack your opponent unless you have a reason or a cause to attack. You should not go after someone who is ready. Remember that. In the art of war, you need to make sure that you have disrupted them, off-balance them, distract them, make them think something else is coming, then you hit them on the other side, okay? And so here's the point. When you're in side control and someone's ready with their elbows in, don't attack. It's not time to attack. It's time to destroy their position first. Once you start to destroy their position and you pop an elbow out, okay, that's now a reason to attack, okay? That means you should be able to go after the mount. You should be attacking the back. You should be looking for arm bars, triangles, chokes, things like that. So that's true of any position, but I'm just saying, if you guys get the elbows out in side control, that's a big part of dominating in side control. Don't try to mount someone when they have their elbows in, okay? If you try to mount them, it should be more of like a fake, okay? It should be more of a threat. And then you're really trying to do something else. So thank you so much. Teach Me Grappling. Click that link down below. Patreon, PayPal. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. We're way over 50,000 now. So we need to get that number up, guys. Someday, hopefully, maybe we'll even hit 100. So it'd be nice. There's still a lot of jiu-jitsu people out there that don't know. And those of you guys that do know, you guys have been watching me regularly. Thank you so much. You guys support me a ton. And I can't say with words how much I appreciate it. So thank you, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with more stuff. Take it easy. Bam! Is that good?
It's tight.
It's tight?
Yeah.
We do okay?
Yeah.
All right. What do you think they're gonna say though? Down in the comments.
Anything.
I'm gonna be reading later.